Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. It seems like the United States starts finding companies, firms from various countries helping Russia's effort in Ukraine, or at least supporting Russia economically, therefore helping the war by association. In this case, we have an article from Republic World from today, July 2nd, 2022, and this is the title. US accuses Chinese firms of aiding Russian invasion. US has accused several companies and research institutes in China of supporting the Russian invasion of Ukraine. In its latest report, the US Bureau of Industry and Security, BIS, BIS, an agency affiliated to the US Department of Commerce, added a total of 36 entities from around 36 entities to its entity list. 6 out of the total were included specifically for their continued support to Putin's war of attrition. Apart from China, other countries which came under renewed I have something, a little problem here. Renewed scrutiny were United Arab Emirates, Pakistan, so among others. The list mentions all the entities who the department deems as conducting activities that could result in an increased risk of the diversion of exported, re-exported and transferred items to weapons of mass destruction programs. Oh my God, here we go again. We got the weapons of mass destructions again here. WMD. Since its initial publication, grounds for inclusion on the entity list have expanded to activities sanctioned by the United States Department and acts contrary to U.S. national security. You know what that is? If it's national security, we have to act. And/or foreign policy interest. National interest, we're going to have to act. As per the State Department website. Notably, the latest edition also includes 2 Chinese names which have been on the list since 2018 and have shown continued support to Kremlin's troops despite White House sanctions. So you got that? There's national interest. So that means those companies that are not allowed because the big boss said so, and those countries are not allowed to have a free market endeavor or try to engage in free capitalism. They're barred by these guys. Why? Because they say so. Any questions? I'm not listening to any questions. So move on. So this is basically what it is. I have no doubt. I didn't have any doubts, and I still don't have any doubts. There are many, many, many countries, more than the ones that just, as they said, who help and support Russia because some of them have economic interest, geostrategic interest, and some of them were, to put it bluntly, they were fucked by the big boss too many times and they don't want to be in that club anymore. So they say, okay, this guy is challenging that club that too many times they did this to me. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to support these guys. I hope they destroy those guys, or at least they form an alternate organization where I can be part of and maybe treated better. That's that. I'm assuming that, and obviously it's a commercial interest, money. When there's blood in the street, then you invest. That's one of the rules. So that's right now. When there's blood in the street and there are wars, you got the profiteers, and the profiteers were available and very, very active in every kind of war. That's why you have the bankers that have the money from where? From their stroke of a pen. They got the money from. So, yeah, I didn't have any doubts about that. And the problem is what United States is what is United States going to do about it? Because you hear over there were some key words: national interest, I don't think it was like security concern. No, it wasn't, but something like that. So then let me read the exact words so we can talk on the words. But it was, I know, national interest here, and the weapons of mass destruction, and contrary to national security and foreign policy interest. So, so these things act contrary to the U.S. national security. You know what it is? That means I can come and slap you militarily. That's what it is. And or foreign policy interest. That's a very dangerous statement right there. But, you know, some countries have the right to have concerns, some countries don't have. Like Russia didn't have any right to have concerns with its security or national interest regarding Ukraine and NATO expansion in Ukraine, possibly. That's why that's one of the reasons why we are over where we are with that little criminal situation that happens over there. No, this is it. See what the United States is going to do about it. It's going to attack China? I don't think so. But it's going to slap the other countries. Who? Pakistan or whatever? I don't think that's going to happen. Pakistan has nuclear weapons. And I don't think they're going to mess with those guys. And I think those guys have a shorter fuse than the Russians. So, but they no, just because India has it, they didn't get that far. Neither of the two countries, if you know what I mean. For their problems in what in Kashmir, right? Something like that. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.